Hey guys, Out of Work Bum here. Today I'm going to try this Mr. Beer microbrewery. I got this at a yard sale this weekend for $10 for the whole kit. It had never been used. It was still sealed, factory sealed and all that good stuff. I've never tried making beer before in a kit like this. I did make beer when I was younger a couple of times, and it didn't come out very great, but we'll try this. This is pretty much a complete set, so it should be pretty easy to go. So let's see. The first instruction is sanitization of the beer barrel and all that good stuff. So we're gonna do about 4 tablespoons or teaspoons of regular bleach into the sink with water, about halfway filled, and that will sanitize everything. I'm also going to try to split this video up so that I don't have to keep on doing the putting you down while I do these different things. So in order to sanitize that, so you're just going to let that stuff soak for a minute. Just let all the stuff soak. You need to do the lid as well. Whenever you're making any kind of alcohol, sanitization is the biggest thing. So basically you're gonna let that soak for a minute, and that will kill anything on it. Then you're gonna rinse the bleachy water solution off. You shouldn't be too much bleach. You should just be able to smell it. It should smell like a almost like a hotel pool. Basically that's the smell I'm getting out of here. Other than that, it's rinse this barrel out, and we're going to do all that. So we're going to let that all fill up and shake it around, and I will turn this off and try to get back to step 2. Alright, now that everything's sanitized, we're going to go to step 2, and that is to basically assemble the airlock and the spigot off the bottom of the thing, which I've done. Now, technically putting my hands back inside there unsanitizes it, but what can you do? So now we're going to fill the barrel up with 4 quarts of cold water. And we're going to do that. It says tap water, but I always use spring water because we're on a well, and never know what's in our well water. It's only good as the test results are only good for that day, basically, as far as I'm concerned. So we don't do much drinking on the well water. That. To find out where the line is here. That's 4 quarts there. There we go. Alright, so that is that. So in a saucepan, bring 6 cups of water to a boil. That I have done. And we're going to remove from the heat source and stir in the whole can of beer mix with 1 cup of ordinary white table sugar. So I will do that, and I will get back. Okay, I've got my can of beer mix ready to go. This is West Coast Pale Ale. This is the one that came with the kit. It says to add a whole can of this to the boiling water, which I'm doing right now. It's a real thick, like molasses type of substance here. And this is after you remove it from the heat. Now, after this, it says to add in a cup. I think it says a cup. Yeah, a cup of white sugar. Now, if you know anything about brewing anything, the more sugar you have, the more alcohol content you will end up with. So I'm going to bump that up a little bit, just because I'm a trained professional. And I'm assuming this kit is more like a Coors Light type of appeal to everybody type of beer, which I would rather have more of a Sam Adams type of flavor. The more flavor, the better. So this is going in, and I'm going to put my sugar in. Then I'm going to add 6 cups of cold water. I'm sorry, I'm going to add, let's see, what does it say? Add additional, to bring the total volume to 9 quarts of cold water, and then I'll add the yeast. The yeast has to be, the temperature should be between, right around 100 degrees, between 80 and 100 degrees for for the yeast to work. At least that's how it is with wine, anyways. I know that. So this is kind of just coming out real slow. You hit this with a spoon. I'll add the sugar and mix it up with the water, and let's see what happens. Now they only give me a little thing of brewing yeast as well. I'm tempted to even add an extra packet, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what it looks like. So that's that, and we're going to add in a little over 1.5 cups of sugar. Let that melt up. Here's the bottom of the thing, it's wet. So we'll let that melt up and give it a stir. One thing I remember about making beer when I was a kid was the smell. It wasn't a kit like this. I had an old recipe that I used, and it stunk up the house, something fierce. And then of course using the glass bottles, a couple of them popped on the porch. So that wasn't good. But nice thing about this kit is I get a lot of flack for using Ironhead 41 condom method as an airlock, and this kit actually comes with an airlock, so I don't have to use the condom for an airlock and listen to all the comments about that. So that'll be good. I'll get all that sugar in there. Alright, so I will turn this off, mix everything up, and get back to you. Okay, so I get everything all set. Everything's in there. I have 9 quarts of mixture. That's water, sugar, the beer mixture, and it's warm to the touch, which should be about perfect for the yeast. So now I'm going to add the yeast packet. And you can see the yeast in here. This is brewing yeast, and 2 grams of this. It's just to sprinkle it in and stir it up. Normally I would test my yeast to make sure it's activated, or not test it, but activate it, and I would normally do that, but I'm just going to throw it in here today for this. So we're supposed to do that, stir it up a little bit, and then we're going to put the airlock together. So now the airlock, just to get these airlocks working, just fill them halfway up with water. Almost out of water here. I use spring water for everything just because it's, I would assume it is more sanitary than having well water. Alright, so you just do that. There's air trapped under there, and it creates a bubble. So then you put the lid on. And put the lid on here. Get it locked on there, right? There we go. And that is it. I guess you wait. Fermentation will start within 24 hours, according to this. And when the airlock stops bubbling, that means you are no longer producing alcohol. So you just you'd wait for a mixture like this to clear up before you bottle it. After this airlock stops bubbling. So we'll give it a try. We'll put this in an area where it's not in the sunlight and all that good stuff, and wait for it to fizz up and bubble away, and hopefully this turns out decent. So I will catch you later. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I can get these two all spliced into one video for you, and if not, then I probably won't even post it. But other than that, it's good. Everything's good. And see the yeast floating around in there. Hopefully it's coming to life. Alright, so I'll catch you guys later, and I'll do an update when this is ready to be bottled. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.